Hey, this is part 2 of how to do telepathy. Holy. You know those type of things where, like, if you study Hinduism, it can, like, help you understand, like, telepathy better? That's sick. Holy. Like, there's a movement in and the Hinduism, right? Called Shaivism or Shivaism. Shiva is consciousness. Shiva means the auspicious one or the favorable fortune. Nah? They say that Shiva is the destroyer, creator, preserver, revealer, and concealer of all reality and the universe. But then you realize that we're that too, because we're co-creators, no? So we're co-creators, co-revealers, co-concealers, co-preservers, and co-destroyers when we have to. Holy. So, when you want to do telepathy, then you have to understand that you have to kind of like balance the revealer and the concealer. But don't mistake telepathy with psychic, because they're not the same thing. Psychic is knowing without the telepathy. Holy. But we don't want to talk about the psychic. That's another video. But this is telepathy here. In telepathy, you have to start revealing more, because a lot of people in society, they do too much concealing. There's too much co-concealers, because they cloak their ego a lot, and a lot of people are fake. Like, that's because the collectivism, the culture, religion, and ideology thing, you know some of the things where everybody's going around like copying each other and like looking outside of themselves and not getting back to nature while they're brainwashed by Hollywood. Holy. So that's why a lot of people are concealers type of thing. And they have a lot of problems, so they do a lot of concealing, because they don't want their problems to be looked at. They don't even want to look at their own problems, so why would they reveal it to other people? Holy. So like when you start doing revealing more, then you can have like telepathic power type of thing. It's like if you understand the basics of like emotional reading, then you understand that like telepathy isn't really not that hard at all. Because you can see somebody being angry, right? You can see somebody is upset. Or if you're a parent, for instance, like if you see that there's something up with your children, right? Like they're upset and you know they're upset, and then they eventually tell you that they're upset. Isn't that a little like telepathy? Like you can read like their mystical world type of thing, like based off of what they're creating or what they're revealing without them realizing it. Holy. So once you understand the basics, then you can do telepathy. It's like you have to start revealing more. And if you can't do a lot of telepathy, that's because you have a throat chakra blockage. Because the throat chakra deals with communication, right? But the blockage for your throat chakra is lies. And to fix it, you replace lies with truth, right? We all know the throat chakra. So when you replace it with truth, then you start revealing more, right? So you're a co-revealer. It just like if you're gonna do telepathy with somebody, doesn't that other person have to be like a revealer? No? And the concealer part is you like closing off of what you don't want people to know. But you have to be the revealer in order to send the message to them, right? Right? It's just like me not saying anything, right? I don't have to say anything. But the revealer is not just the voice. It's also like you could do it with your mind. Just like how you can read people's emotions, like the mystery. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I could just go and then reveal it with my mind. No? Just reveal it. Holy, just reveal. Don't conceal. Reveal. Sick. Reveal. No? People do too much talking with the verbal type of thing. Holy, just reveal the energy. Like, just think of what you want to say to them. Then you just reveal it. Telepathic power. Fuck it. But then if you conceal it, then they won't know. But the concealing, like, a lot of people do the concealing for cloaking purposes, like to cloak their ego and stuff, because like they're fake people usually. But concealing's not always that, but most of the time, because this is what the society does. But if you just conceal it, like for another purpose besides the like the fake thing, then that's concealing, like closing off. Like, for example, like if you were trying to like save somebody, right? Like you had to conceal in order to save. That's because then if you revealed it, then somebody would know, and then no, it'll be like if you revealed something, and then it's like, oh really? And then they shot somebody like with a like, no, you know, some of the things. But then if you like concealed it, and then they didn't know, it was like, oh, I didn't know. You know, some of the things. So that's what it is. And like to understand telepathy too, like you have to realize that when people smoke DMT, right? They have an obi, and then they see like light beings up there, type of thing, and like they like condense meaning before your very eyes. Like you can see what they mean instead of hearing what they mean. Holy, like it's like it's an object. Holy, like what you see, what they mean, right, is like 3D in that obi. Holy, like it's like it's sculptural syntax. No? Or syntactical object. It's like the whole syntax on an objective sense. Like you see it 3D. Like you're watching. Like I can tell you a whole story, right? Like I can read you this Bible like for a year. But these light beings on that dimension, right? They can read you this whole story without having to say it with words. Like, you just know what they mean already, and that's it. Like, you didn't have to hear it. Like, soon as they send you, like, soon as they, like, send the telepathic message, you already know it. Like the meaning, like, flashes on you. Holy, like, you know the whole story already, as soon as, like, you saw what they meant. Because it was like an object. It was like you were looking at it. Holy. So that's what they do. A lot of them are called the elves type of thing. Like self-forming machines. No? But a lot of people mistake them with alien species and stuff. Like they think that they're like an alien like an Archon or a Gray or something. It's not like that. Like a lot of them could be. No, not a lot of them. A few of them can be, but it's most likely like the operating systems on that dimension. Because even the Gnostics, right? 3,000 years ago, they said what a demon was, right? And they said that it was an archonic error in the mental environment. They talk about like the operating systems in the fourth dimension, right? So that's where that type of demon came from, like in the reservoir of the fourth dimension, like, and it caused ripple effects and affecting your thinking. Holy, so that's like that with the D&T dome type of thing. Like there's like a ripple effect that happens in there, and a lot of them start popping up, and then you see one meaning, and then you see another meaning, and then you see the other meaning, and then the other meaning. Like there's a bunch of like entities talking to you and try to show you what they mean. You see what I'm talking about? But that's really like ripple effects and stuff, and like the operating system. Except it doesn't have to be a demon. I'm just saying like what the Gnostics were talking about, but it gets deeper than just the demon. There's other things to it, type of thing. There's an operating system of telepathy, type of thing. Oh, holy, holy, like light beings that have their meaning. Like you can look at them, like the meaning that they're trying to show you is them. It's like that's their body, and then they can switch and morph into a different meaning. Holy, holy! You didn't know that? Ah. So that's the higher form of telepathy is when you could show them what they mean. Like, no, you could show people what you mean instead of just like sending them like the message into their mind. That's higher than that type of thing. You can then like show them like holy, but then it's not. It depends on the circumstance. Like if you're from far away, then you have to like send them like with the mind thing. But up close, you don't have to do the thing. You could just do, and then you know. But that's the revealer. That's the revealer like state. That's fucking sick. Holy. So now you know, like, now you understand telepathy better. Now you know like how to do it, type of thing. So now you have to be more a revealer, type of thing. And the more telepathic power you have, the more the suffering goes away. Because the truth. It's like the energy of truth, it destroys like the fake in you. And usually the fake is something that people hold on to. Like they hold on to that energy, the fake energy. And then it does nothing but makes their vibration like lower. And now there's more demons attached to them. And there's more like entities into the subconscious type of thing. And I'm not saying like to don't conceal when you have to. I'm just saying to don't lie. Like don't do the mystical lying thing. Like that type of thing with the holding on to something like that. Like those little grudges and stuff. The problem stuff. Like that's what I'm talking about. So now you know. 13 love. Look like they're doing telepathy with each other with the I know what you meant. Holy.